If you are a recent grad student from an SLP program and you're about to go into your CF, this is what you need to know. So get a pen, get a paper, open up 2 tabs on your Google Chrome because this is it. Hey darlings, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be everything you need to know before you start your CF. So this is for my speechies again, but listen, it is very essential that you complete these items, that you do this in a timely manner, and that you know what you need to be doing before your CF and during your CF. So this is a helpful start guide. First things first, if you are new to my channel, my name is Casey. I'm a 25-year-old SLP. On this channel, you're gonna find videos of vlogs about my everyday life, inspiration videos like Words of Wisdom Wednesday, and you're also gonna find just flat out lifestyle topics, so like some of my favorite products that I like to use, or just my favorite things in life in general. So if you want to take a look around my channel and see what you like, if you like it and you want to stay, click that red subscribe button, become a darling, and enjoy yourself like the rest of the darlings do on this channel. The reason I came up with the idea to do this video is because one of my darlings reached out to me on Instagram, and she's actually from the Charlotte area. So she reached out to me a while ago and she was like, hey girl, I need help because I am in a situation regarding my CF that I'm gonna start. I called her and we talked. I ended up giving her this list of things that she needed to do before her CF began, and she was like, oh my gosh, how come nobody's ever told me this? And I was like, oh my gosh, did they not tell you that before you graduated? And she was like, oh my gosh. Okay, she didn't say oh my gosh. She was like, no. And so it got me to thinking like, okay, are the grad programs, like, I'm not throwing shade, but like, are y'all preparing your grad students for what they need to do for their CF? Because that's it's a big transition. Like it's a big part of you even becoming a fully certified SLP. Like it's the only way. It just got me to thinking, and so I figured that I would put together this CF prep guide for you guys and kind of highlight some of the most important things that you'll need to know before you start your CF. Okay, so your first step is going to be securing your license. Do not assume at all that this is going to be a quick process for you, okay? And if it is, lucky you, because usually licensure takes a minute to process. You gotta apply, prove all of your education, you gotta send it all in. They have to review it for like 45 days or like 8 weeks. It's a lot. So please don't assume that this is a quick process, and hopefully if you are starting as a school SLP in August, then I hope you got this down. Once you decide where you're working statewide and where you're going to be, you're gonna need to apply for a temporary SLP state license. So whatever that looks like for your state. For my state, I live in North Carolina, but I was actually working in South Carolina. So I applied for a SLP intern license, and that's what it was called for South Carolina. I don't know about every state. More than likely, it's gonna be more of a temporary license. It's really that in between. So it's not SLPA and it's not SLP, but you're like in the middle. That's the first thing you're gonna need, because the thing is, a license is very different from certification. Okay, so even right now, I have my C's, but that doesn't, like, without my North Carolina license, I would not be able to practice in North Carolina. North Carolina doesn't care anything about the fact that I've been certified by Asha, okay? You have to have a state license in order to practice. So that's the first step in starting your whole CF stuff. So what you wanna do is research your state requirements, what you're gonna need. Coming out of graduate school, I was not able to practice in North Carolina because North Carolina has these like weird, like, rules about hours, and you need like 20% here and 20% of your hours need to be here and everything like that. So I really wasn't even eligible to practice here. You need to organize all your documents for your licensure, everything that they need. So if they need proof of your hours, if they need certain forms, if they need everything, you need to organize all of those things. Number 2, I would say go on asha.org and look up the Asha requirements, because here's the thing, girl, if you don't see the theme, it's that your license, your state license has requirements and your state has requirements. and Asha has requirements. And you don't want to not be fulfilling either one of those. They're equally important because you need the state license to practice, but Asha needs to recognize your CF as something that was valid. So you need to go on asha.org and look up all of the requirements that Asha has, and look up all the CF requirements and see what you need to be doing and what Asha expects of you. You need to make sure you read these carefully. This is not a skim, okay? This ain't browsing. You need to read, okay? Read all of these words and make sure you understand hours, the mentor, like everything. Something that was explained to us before we left grad school, because you know South Carolina State made sure we knew, okay? I'm not throwing no shade to any other school, but I'm just letting you know that South Carolina State Bulldogs made sure that we knew what we were supposed to be doing, you know. But anyway, one thing that was made clear to us was that your CF is your responsibility. So it's not on a teacher, it's not on your boss, it is not on your mentor. It's on you to make sure that all of your things are lined up the way they need to be, and that Asha is gonna recognize your CF as valid in the end. So number 4 is going to be about supervision. Now, I talked about this before in the 5 things nobody tells you about your CF. I talked about this. I talked about how your supervisor is a major key in your CF. In choosing a supervisor or asking somebody to be your supervisor, or maybe you even got hired and they already have somebody to be your supervisor, you need to make sure that they are fully abreast on what a supervisor needs to be for you. Let's just get to the meat. Like, you know, hey girl, what's your Asha certification number so that I can verify that on the website? Period. It's not offensive. Like you need to check it. If your supervisor is not Asha certified, congratulations. You played yourself. Like, I don't know. You gotta check it, okay? Because it's not gonna count. And congratulations, you're about to do your CF all over again. Make sure you have in-depth discussions with them about what supervision looks like. Meetings, hours, all of that. Where are they gonna be? Are they gonna be in the same building as you? What's their expertise? My supervisor, well, my CF supervisor, she was bomb at articulation. And lo and behold, I suck at articulation. So it worked out perfectly, because if I didn't learn nothing else in the last 9 months, I was gonna learn artic. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that just worked out for me. That's not something that is a requirement. These are questions that you should ask your supervisor. One key question that you can ask is if your supervisor is going to serve as your state supervisor and your Asha supervisor. It does not have to be 2 different people. They can serve as the same. So my supervisor for my CF signed the state of South Carolina papers, and she signed all my Asha stuff. So she was my supervisor for everything. Sometimes you can find one person for state, one person for Asha. I just think that's a headache, but unless your circumstance calls for it, I wouldn't do it. Just use the same person for both and have them sign all the documentation that you need. So I don't know about you, but I am more of a visual learner. I usually like to pair my auditory instruction with something visual. I'm not a teacher, but if I tend to try to explain something to somebody, I usually like to show them or jot something down. So what I came up with was something that I'm kind of nervous about. I'm kind of nervous to show you. So what I've done is come up with a visual start guide for you guys to pair with this video. So it is called Klassickacy's CF Prep Guide. So it's a PDF file that I came up with that basically coincides with this video, and it helps you organize everything, and it's kind of like a checkoff list. So if I have some footage, I'll put some right here and you can kind of see what it looks like. Isn't it cute? Oh my god, it's pink. It's so cute. The graphics are great. Wow. Really something that you can just print off really quickly and have with you and put in your CF binder with all your documents. The CF Prep Guide is going to be free for a limited time, and I will let you know when it's available for purchase. But for right now, don't worry about it. Go on my website, Klassickacy.com, scroll all the way to the bottom, look for the Adobe icon, click on it, and download your free PDF file, girl. Enjoy. All right? Let me know how you like it. Let me know if it's helped you. Let me know if it's just flat out janky, but let me know in a tactful and respectful manner. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there are any questions, concerns, or anything like that, please leave them in the comment section below. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, darling.